Hello, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good morning this morning. The markets, where are they? Let's see. So currently we are um, we're down about 25, 20 points. So which is kind of staying even. We're still in range from yesterday. So and then I believe today there's FOMC meeting. Let me check the calendar. Yeah, so at 2 p.m., there's going to be a Fed decision for interest rates. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to be in consolidation until that time. At 8:30, there was a housing starts and permits. Let me see what the results were. It underperformed. It was not in within consensus, so that's not good for the housing market. But the expectation for the FOMC announcement is that they're going to reduce interest rates by a quarter of a percent. So reducing it more. So some folks kind of are iffy about that because they may think that the Fed needs to not keep reducing interest rates and maybe keep it the same so that it doesn't add to any inflation that may happen. Um, so yeah, not much is going on. And what I think might happen is we may have the same kind of start as we had yesterday. Yesterday, the market opened. It slowly kind of, it didn't flush down, but kind of went down, but then it kind of went up quickly. And then it literally, we were several points away. Um, we closed our position because it went from a short to a long. But either way, our stop, which was about 40 points away, would have been hit, and we would have gone out of the trade. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of what happened yesterday. It kind of sucks where you're so close to being in the green if this would have just like worked out. But anyways, my full trade, I believe, let's see. I don't think it would have the full trade would have worked out because it would have had to come down here for all three targets. But obviously, I would have seen, because once my first two, three targets get hit, when I see a pullback, I just generally, take my money and go. Um, but kind of sucks for this to happen, but it's okay. You have down days. Down days are accepted. So let's see what's gonna happen. Our demo account, which is trading 10 contracts, had a similar size loss. It did hit its first two contracts, so it lost, I think, 390, so almost $400. And then we lost 209, so it's about $300 with five contracts. So that's good to see and reassuring that 20 points isn't that bad. Or I guess 20, I'm sorry, 10 contracts is something that I could easily handle. But the expected loss from those 20 contracts was, I believe, $500. I mean, technically 600 because it's six, around $50 each. So yeah. Markets open in 10 minutes. Um, Now, as far as what may potentially happen, I don't know. Maybe you know, you can't really call. You don't know we don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what this was about yesterday. We kind of had a quick flush down. Um, Maybe someone getting their bets in, but that quickly recovered. And then this morning, it kind of started flushing down. Will that continue? I don't know. So all we do is just let the bot do its thing, and we just watch it. just manage the trade without any emotions, unless we're in the green and we're trying to keep our money. Uh, so with the yesterday's down day, it's really tough to keep the composure again. One thing that really sucks is having consecutive down days, but I know that I need to accept that as a trader. Um, is accepting that there's potential for consecutive down days, and I need to accept that the same way how I accept consecutive up days. Right. So I'm gonna step away real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, we have 3 minutes until the market's open. Um, we're consolidating. It's going to be one of those kind of days. One thing that, on Monday we had it was, I mean, it was a rocket ship on a Monday where everything, well, not everything, well, definitely what I was trading, kind of shot up. So one thing that I want to do today is I want to keep my eye on, as right now my algo for the most part trades NASDAQ futures. I want to kind of squeeze in or kind of add in some S&P 500 futures in there, but I have to kind of see how it's trading. Currently, my algo does not work for the S&P 500. I think for so I just gotta kind of watch both markets, but I'm gonna watch it on my other screen. You guys wouldn't see that, and I need to watch it to kind of get a feel for how it's moving. Remember, we're always trying to extract money from the market. Um, Now, what may potentially happen is we may shoot up at the open. We're currently below yesterday's close, but we will see. Uh, I mean, we're, down 20 points. We're pretty much flat. It's kind of also going back up right now. The market is open right now. So let's see. Um, no trades have been taken yet. So we just sit back and wait until we are able to get confluence on our signals. No trend so far, which is, I mean, obvious right there. We may go short right here, but I don't like to go short at the bottom. But hey, what can you? We can't control that. The only context that we have for today is that the housing starts wasn't so good. All right, things are picking back up, and we are short. All right. I'm going to move the first target um, down near the second target. But, if we can hit that low for the overnight low, I think we could definitely, um, one thing I don't want to do is be greedy, but when it comes to the first two targets, I tend to be a little bit more greedy with those just because my confidence levels of us being able to reach those are high. I mean, we're pretty much opening flat. I mean, 60 points, that's pretty much nothing. S&P is, on a 1000 trade chart seems to be going down, but things are still consolidating around. On a higher time frame, definitely, trending downwards. On a shorter time frame, it's kind of consolidating. If you look at the last few bars, or I guess the last 10 bars on both S&P and for the Nasdaq is kind of mixed. Are we going to reach our stop? Remember, no one can predict the market. I'm not predicting the market. I just go with the flow. You know, you can try to predict what's going to happen, but the market is super non-deterministic. It does not get more non-deterministic than the stock market. The second someone figures out an algorithm that's able to trade and make, is able to print money, for the most part, things don't stay forever. All right, we're flushing down. Do we want to adjust things? Let's see. Um, I don't want to adjust anything. I want to kind of leave the targets where they are. I want to be happy and take what I'm able to extract and not be too greedy. If we continue to go down all the way, then we go down all the way, and that's cool. Um, One thing I forgot to mention, I'm going to end the stream early today. I have a doctor's appointment I gotta take my daughter to. We're short today. It's 9:35. Let's see what happens. The algorithm is happy. Um, let's see. I'm in the green currently. Let's see what's gonna happen. No, let's see. Let's see if I'm able to extract more from that second target. Um, if we're able to break that 200 point, let's see. S&P is trending down. And are we going to have a sell off before the FOMC meeting? I don't know. My expectation is that we just ebb and flow around and we just kind of stay in range just because there really is no catalyst to make us move. It's really important to not be too greedy, and that's why I'm not moving all of my targets. It's the first two targets. what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna let my trade kind of do its thing. Um, Instead of closing the position early, I'll just let it, you know, I'll just leave it alone. Back in the day, the kind of trader that I was, I was the kind of person that would try to catch any falling knives, or would, in general, would try to catch falling knives. All right, we're coming back up a little bit. We reached the low, I guess overnight low. I mean, that was a flush that happened yesterday. That flush, I don't see it in the, or do I see it? Eh, we didn't get near that within the S&P. What I was trying to see was, if we had a similar flush in the S&P as we had in NASDAQ, maybe there was a big order that went through just in NASDAQ and it flushed it down, and that probably happened because of low liquidity. All right, things are pushing up. Is this the kind of push that's going to stop us out? We don't know. I mean, from peak to trough, let's see, from the overnight high of 22,387, we got really close to 22. We got really close down to that overnight low there of 2205. All right, let's look at our lower time frame. Lower time frame kind of shows a reversal here. But let's see. All right, we close our position because it's, on the higher time frame there, it saw that it were going up. I think that was like $100, profit, but what do we make here? Yeah, it's $100. So it's 942. I have a feeling that we may go long right now. And one thing I don't do is I don't rotate. So the second the close position gets called, um, I'm not rotating until the next signal gets generated. Um, and it looks like today is going to be a two trade type day. While we were short, the algo saw that we were rotating and it liquidated its position. And now we're waiting until 9:45. Anything, we don't go into position after 9:45. So what I think may happen is we may go into a long, but let's see. Or that may be the only trade that we take today. And if we do, then we're able to extract $100. But this is kind of what I kind of expected for the market to do today. And it's going to be 9:45 in about 30 seconds. Do I want to go long? I do, but remember, I don't pull the strings here. The algo has to do everything. What may be a trend from what I see may be different